that's no surprise to hear. I mean, that intensity of that scene. Is there anything that you won't do now that you did do early on in your career? Is there anything that you refuse to do now at this stage from a stunt perspective?
Um, Car hit. But all stuntmen, even young men, will tell you that after you've done one, you don't want to ever do another one again. So
Yeah,
that's probably it. I don't know what I'll be doing when I go back to New York. They haven't told me, so I never say no. I wouldn't probably do. I've had my share of high falls. I don't think I would do any more high falls. And nowadays they don't really do them anymore. They do it on wires.
yeah,
So it's a different world as far as the stunt doing stunts is. There's a lot of CGI.
yeah,
Instead of doing an air ram in front of a real explosion, you do it on a stage and then they add the explosion later. Don't
yeah,
even do squibs nowadays. They do it post. So
yeah.
it's a different world. We were still figuring things out when I got into the business 46 years ago. Some of the things we were doing, it had never been done before. And the director would ask us, well, where would the car end up? And we said, I have no idea. We haven't done this before. So ratchets were just coming into play. The first air rams broke a lot of knees. Yeah, it was a very exciting time.
Have you ever had to have had the tough conversations with the filmmakers, right? Because you got the screenwriters that write the vision, right, of what they want the story to be, and the director to sort of put everything together. But being that now you guys, your team has to make this come to life, has there ever been a scene where you said, "Hey, this isn't possible," or maybe had to rework it to where, "Hey, maybe we should adjust it and pivot to do this," just based on your guys' experience? Have you ever had to give a director or filmmaker the tough conversation?
No, not really, because if you're coordinating a show, there's a certain amount of time for pre-production. There's lots of meetings. The first meeting that you have before you're hired is with the director to see if the two of you jive, if he's what you're looking for. I mean, some directors will tell you exactly what they want to see in a scene. Other directors want you to create it all and even
Yeah,
shoot it as the second unit director. So unless you're showing up for a day as a coordinator on a TV show or something like that, and they want to do something, and you have to say, well, we can't do it that way, but we can do it this way. That's the job of a creative stunt coordinator, is to still give the director what he wants, but maybe in a different way. So no, I don't recall ever saying no to a director. There's a funny Eddie Dono story in the Beverly Hills Cop one movie. If I could say a dirty word, can I say a dirty
of course,
word on
of
here?
course.
So Eddie Dono is a legendary stuntman. I knew him well. He's a wonderful man. He's gone on to heaven, um, where he's raising hell, I'm sure. But he did that stair fall in a little child's school seat down down this flight of stairs. It was an ass kicker. And when he ended up on the bottom, he was upside down, and John Landis walked over to him and said, "That was great, Eddie. Can you do another one?" And Eddie said, "Go fuck yourself." So some people do say no,
Yep.
um, but not usually. And it's really a fault of stunt people, women and men, in as much as we really have a nature of wanting to please. So you might I mean, a perfect example of it is in that Fall Guy movie where the director's slamming him into the rocks with a ratchet on a wire. Um, we'll keep doing it over and over and over again until they're happy. Um, I think as a senior in this business, I wouldn't allow myself to go through that anymore. If somebody is abusing me on the set because they don't think they got the shot,
Yeah.
I'll just say, okay, we're not doing that again. I've
Yeah.
done that a few times on movies where I've told the director, okay, he's done. We're not going to do this again. So we'll
Yeah.